Have you ever been looking at art online or like watching a speed paint video on YouTube or watching any art YouTuber and thought, man, this art's pretty friggin' cool. I wish I could draw that good and knew how to do art on the computer, because same sis. I mean, I definitely know how to draw, totally, 100%, and no scam whatsoever. Well, I'm here to tell you how to start making digital art in Photoshop, even if it's pretty simple. If you don't have Photoshop, this works well with most other art programs, so it should still work. I mean, you could just pirate it like I did. I didn't, by the way. Adobe, please don't arrest me. I did not pirate your software. I'm a good boy. I paid for it. Well, I mean, I didn't pay for it. The school paid for it, but still. Yes, it was bought legally. Yes. So to get started, you're going to want to get a drawing tablet. It doesn't really matter what kind of tablet you get. You could even just get a mouse, but it probably won't look that good. Just look at tablets online and see what works for you. Personally, I use the XP Pen Deco 01V2, which is actually the second cheapest tablet on Amazon. And I got it for like 60 bucks. It actually works pretty good, even though it's basically just a glorified mouse pad. Whenever you get your tablet, it won't actually work properly unless you've installed the correct drivers. It should say the drivers on the box or in the box. Sometimes it comes on like a little piece of paper or something. If it isn't in there, there's probably hundreds of tutorials made for every tablet. So I'm probably going to link a couple in the description for a few select tablets, but you're probably going to have to look that stuff up on your own. After you install the drivers, you should be all good to go with drawing with the tablet. Now just bear with me. The next part coming up I recorded live, so it's probably not going to be the most structured thing out there, but I think it hits all the points you need to know how to operate Photoshop and stuff, so yeah, enjoy. Okay, so after you open Photoshop, you're going to want to select the size for the canvas you're going to be working on. Now, Photoshop allows you to basically set any canvas size. In this example, we're going to be using the default Photoshop size. Good job. I don't know what the hell is that. So here's some important tools you're going to need to know. So you have this pen tool. You use it to draw stuff. Eraser tool. So wait, okay, we're just going to write the word mistake. And so the eraser tool obviously gets rid of said mistake. This little thing up here, this is how you increase the pen size. So you can set it to like 48, or you know what? These two buttons are going to be kind of important. See, this allows you to control the opacity. If you don't know, opacity is like how transparent the image is. This button allows you to control the opacity with your pen. So if you click this button, wow, that's so amazing. Look at that. 10 out of 10. This button up here allows you to control the size of your pen with your the amount of pressure you put on the tablet. Like watch this. Wow, that's pretty cool. Also, another thing I wanted to add is if you look in the top left corner, you see this little file thing with a brush in it. If you click on that, then you'll get all of these pretty cool brush styles. So like this one, you get like 283, for example. You get this like splat effect. 174, you get this really cool, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a swishy effect. And this one also gives you a really cool effect. So if you're looking for a specific brush, use this tool. There's literally like hundreds of brush combinations that you could use, and combined with like smudging, opacity, and smoothing and flow, you can get some really, really cool effects with these kind of brushes. I also forgot to mention that if you ever want to undo something while you're drawing, click Ctrl-Z. That's a shortcut to undo crap. So yeah. Before you even start, you want to make a couple layers. To make the layers, it would be this button up here, click New, and then the layer. Okay, so one of these layers is basically going to be your sketch layer, another is going to be your line art layer. If you want to like move stuff around, you can add more layers, but for most basic stuff, you just need 2 layers. So I normally don't do this because I'm lazy, but you can rename your layer. So we need to make the 2 layers. Like I said before, we need to name this sketch layer, and then the next one's going to be Pine Bear. And for this line layer, I would suggest turning on this, just so you can make more detailed things. And I'm not going to suggest what line size you use, but normally I use like between 6 and 4. So we're just going to use that. make it transparent so you can eventually draw over it with your line art layer, you're going to want to take opacity and set it to like, I don't know, it's not a specific number, just make it to the point where you can't messing with your line layer basically. So then for the drawing part, it's really no different from drawing on a piece of paper. Just use the same technique that you use. I'm not going to give you any of any drawing advice because I mean, look at the stuff I make, but I'm gonna try my best. So whenever you're done with your sketch layer, be sure to click over to your line art layer, and then put the opacity at 100%, and then just trace over the sketch that you made. So then you'll have some pretty nice line art to look at. All right, I'll shut up and let you enjoy the rest of the speed paint. Okay, so you may be wondering why the drawing is fully colored and shaded, and I didn't even show you how to do that. Well, I did show you how to do that, but while I was recording, halfway through, OBS decided to jump off a microwave and die, so I lost half of the footage. So, but that's what we're here to do now. I'm gonna show you how to color. We're just gonna create like a little example shape. We're just gonna make it a circle. I don't know. Beautiful. Two important tools you're gonna need are the eyedropper tool and the paint bucket tool. Now, what the eyedropper tool does basically, if you hover over a picture and then you like left click on it, it will then copy that picture over to your pen tool, and then you can draw with that color basically, or paint bucket, or you can use that color. Also, I wanted to add to basically the select colors manually. If you look up in the top right hand corner of your program, you should see this little box with a bunch of colors in it, and that is the color selection box. You basically left click on it and then drag it around to select different shades, and you can also move it up and down to get different stuff as well. So yeah. And the paint bucket tool basically allows you to fill in an area with a defined shape. As long as the shape isn't open in any way, the paint bucket tool should work on it. So like here, I can use this as an example. Oh, fuck. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. So we're just gonna steal this cat's color, so that's gonna be that. And then use the paint bucket tool to paint I mean, why the frick did I say paint? Why the frick did I say? I can't. Oh my god, I'm having a stroke. You just left click on it and then it will fall. Fuck! Oh, I was on the wrong layer like an idiot. 3 of trying to color something using the paint bucket. With that. Yay! I did it. Whoop-de-doo. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so now you're gonna want to go to the color black. Click pen, and then set your opacity to generally, I would say, under 35. So we'll just go with 21 for this. And then what's kind of wacky and wonky about this is that, whoa, it gives you all of the colors. Then you just click the eyedropper tool, and then set your opacity back up to 100, and then look at that. Whoop-de-doo, you got some shading. So if you ever want to like copy and paste an image, you can either use the object selection tool or the lasso tool. What the object selection tool does is that you just basically do that, and then it selects the shape, and then you can just go do that. But if that doesn't work for any reason, or if you want to get like really specific with it, like say for example, you want to select you want to select her mouth or something. So you try object selection tool, and it says it's too small, but so then you just use your pen tool to go around it, and then wapow, you got yourself some nice mouths and some nice nightmare fuel. Okay, so whenever you're done with your image, you're just gonna want to click File, Export, and then Exporto as, and then you got these settings over here. Normally these settings are good enough, but if you want to change them, you can. Like up here, this is how you change what kind of file it is. So let's just save it as a JPEG, because why not? And then click Export, and then you want to give it a really creative file name. Oh, that's pretty good. And then it should be saved on your computer. See, look. Now it's a PNG in your computer. I'm probably gonna add a much more structured intro to the end of this. So, let's see what I put in. Thank you, past me, for that beautifully crafted and very professional video. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. I'll try to reply to every single question. I hope you guys got something good out of this video, and I hope you have a good day. Yeah, bye.